Hey, Facebook family and Periscope family. Let me get everything adjusted for our broadcast this evening. First, I want to say hello to all of my replay viewers. Hope you're well. Thank you so much for continuously watching, sharing, and following the videos. And for those of you who may have never been in a live broadcast with me before, hey there, see you guys joining on Facebook. Be sure to say, goodness, you guys are on the draw. I tell you, I mean, the video shared before I could even see who was actually in the room. So thank you for that, Misha, and whoever else that was that shared. A quick introduction. If you've never been in a live broadcast with me before, I am Tanya Wilson-Cherry. I'm a business consultant and certified life coach. I have a 20-plus year background in the beauty industry as a licensed cosmetologist and 10 years as a former salon owner. I help hairstylists, Sharonda, hey girl, on Periscope, hairstylists and salon owners gain new customers, maintain the ones they have, and profit in their business for real, right? Profit for real. Form working systems that help take them to their next level, save time and money, all while creating a lifestyle that they love. Hey, Katrina, how are you, dear? So good to see you on the broadcast. So, guys, my normal scheduled broadcast, you guys see me on at 9:15, right? 9:15 at night. I am listening to you guys and what you need and what you desire. And I did like a 9:15 broadcast once before, and so many people say, yes, great time. And I think because I consult for stylists full time and I'm not exactly behind the chair like I used to be, did I forget? You know, I must have bumped my head, because normally around the 8:30 time, I would probably be finishing up. And so this is probably a better time. So I'm actually trying to see how this 9:15, hey Sharonda, time will work for us on Wednesdays, right? We're still in our test run, but when I've decided for sure, I will change definitely my broadcast time, and then I'll be consistent at the 9:15 time on Wednesday. So for now, my normal scheduled broadcasts are Mondays and Wednesdays, 8:30 a.m. and 2 o'clock p.m. And as I said before, I am testing Wednesday evenings at 9:15 because the stylists who follow me the most, who have been catching me on the replay, wanted an opportunity to catch me live and felt that 9:15 was a better time. And I get it, right? I get it. A lot of times we're still slaying heads, or we're just getting home and getting settled. So this is our business broadcast. And on tonight, guys, I want to talk to you guys about 9 reasons that successful hairstylists keep winning. If you're on the broadcast with me and you've been on a broadcast before and you feel that it's going to be a great broadcast, you can go ahead and share. Or at any time throughout the broadcast, if I say something that pricks your heart, helps your life or your business, be sure those 3 little buttons on Periscope, you guys can use that to share out with other industry professionals, or you guys on Facebook. And Misha shared instantly on the draw. I appreciate it. Can hit the little share button on the left-hand side to share out with another industry professional. Because sometimes, guys, when we hear what it is that people are doing who are continuously successful, we gain little ideas. We gain things that we can tweak in our own business or in our own mindset. You guys know I say that your mind, this thing right here, has a lot to do with your money and everything else that you set out to do. And so sometimes we might hear something that'll give us a mindset shift, right? And change how we do business altogether and change how we profit, right? And one thing before we get started, you guys, go follow Miss Rhonda Moffitt. It's Sister to Sister Beauty Salon on Instagram. She's got probably about 30,000 followers, but I love her concept because she talks about some very foundational things. Tyree, I see you on the draw, baby. I appreciate you sharing that for me. She's got some basic principles, but they are amazing, guys. And a lot of those basic foundations are things that, you know, sometimes in our busyness, we can miss those things. But Miss Rhonda has a major clientele, guys. And she teaches like all the time. Lena, how are you, dear? Thank you for joining. She teaches all the time. And one of the things she said tonight, because I saw her doing a technique with foiling, and she wanted to see the color while it was processing, and so she created something on her own. But what really got me was because she said necessity breeds creativity. You guys don't hear me. Necessity breeds creativity. And so I wanted to start the broadcast with that one little phrase before we get into content, because I believe that if you find yourself in an uncomfortable place, or maybe things might feel a little slow, or a little lack may be occurring, just know that oftentimes many great ideas were created because of necessity. Someone found themselves, you saw that, Elena? Awesome. Someone found themselves in a position where they didn't have another choice. And I don't know if you guys have ever struggled before. I have. But sometimes you get real creative when you're struggling, right? That's if you want it bad enough. You can get real creative during those times. So don't look at, if it's looking a little dry, don't necessarily look at that as, oh my God, what am I going to do? Instead, turn your thinking caps on, guys, because your creativity is really what's going to set you outside of the crowd, right? And sometimes creativity, some of our best moves. Now, I don't want anybody to feel like, thank you for sharing, Katrina. I don't want anybody to feel like struggle is normal, right? Or struggle is a good place. But we all know that life will flip on you sometime, right? And your mindset during those seasons is going to be what will make the difference in whether or not you catapult to the top or you stay there and settle. And so sometimes in those moments, you'll have some of your most creative times, right? Because you're digging all the way down in the dirt trying to figure out how to make that thing happen. And you just may come up with your greatest invention if your mindset is right? If you're still thinking about greater. So I wanted to share always, absolutely, some of my best meals came in the struggle. I'm just saying, we can go back in time and think about some of the meals that our ancestors created out of what was considered the scraps. Y'all don't hear me. What was considered the scraps. And now, people pay big bucks for, what do we call it? Soul food. Soul food. So guys, where it depends on where your mindset is whenever you're in a particular situation. So I wanted to start the broadcast off with that before I got into the content, which is 9 reasons successful hairstylists continue to win. Let me take care of a quick piece of house business and then on to content. If you've been following me, you guys know I've dropped my class, Slay Your Plans and Profit. If you're a visionary, you got tons of ideas, you're trying to figure out how to do life, do business, and get that next idea up off of the ground. If you struggle with procrastination, time management, or you just need to know what your next move is for next level, be sure to go to the link bit.ly/slayyourplans2. That's the number 2, bit.ly/slayyourplans2, an amazing course. There are 2 testimonials at the top of that landing page. Make sure you guys click the testimonials and see what other participants who have taken the course, how it has blessed their business and their life. The course is $197. It's a 4-week virtual class, and it's the early bird offer is actually available now. It's only $77. Or you can save your seat for $25, I believe, and pay installments weekly for 4 weeks of, I think, like $49. Don't quote me on the exact amount of that, but you guys can check that out on the landing page, right? And so if we have something that if you have something you're kind of stuck in, like I really don't know what to do next, or if it feels like this time of the year, every year, you tend to fall away from the things that you said you were going to do in January, and a lot of those things keep going over to your list each new year, right? You need a strategy and a system, and that's one of the areas that I dominate in. And so I love to help you so that you can move your business to the next level. That's the house business for this evening, right? Major, major, major. So now we're getting to 9 reasons successful stylists keep winning. Have you ever noticed that people who win, they just seem to keep winning and keep winning and keep winning, right? Have you guys ever, we can look at people like people who are celebrities like Beyonce, right? She just keep right on winning and keep right on winning and keep right on winning. And if you look within our industry, there are certain individuals who they are always doing something new. They're always going somewhere. They're always moving to the next level in their business. They just keep right on winning, right? Let me give you guys 9 reasons why this is probably occurring in their career and in their life. One, they spend their time implementing what they learn. They spend their time implementing what they learn. Now, this is where we have to be so careful about, so it seems, doesn't it, Simone? So it seems. This is where we have to be so careful about feeling like we are moving ahead because we're consistently taking classes and going to shows and things of that nature. We got to be really, really, really careful, because if we're not implementing what we're learning, we're just constantly learning stuff. You guys get that? But people who successful stylists keep winning because they take the information that they learn and they implement it. And not only do they implement it fast. Because one thing that they've realized is, if I don't go ahead and kind of get it done, if I don't go ahead and take action, if I don't go ahead and make that move, it ends up being on my list of things to do that end up frustrating me up here. Because in my mind, I got all these things that I possibly have started and not finished. So one reason that successful stylists continue to win, they just keep winning, it's because they implement what they learn. Not just that they go to classes, not that they just go to the next networking event, but they implement what they learn. The second thing is they have self-determination. I did a broadcast on this morning that said, how bad do you want it, right? How bad do you want it? And I said at some point we have to get to the point where we don't need anybody to hold our hand about next level, right? We've already determined on the inside that that's what we're going to do. So successful hairstylists keep winning because they've already decided that they're going to win. They made a decision. They made a decision, right? The next thing, they are connected and invited to great events, right, that allow them access to networks, relationships, and opportunities. If you notice, you'll continue to see them invited to different events or to be on different platforms. And it's in those times, because you know, that's kind of like when Next Level lets you in the door. You guys get that? That's kind of like when Next Level lets you in the door. And so now these people who are constantly winning, they're constantly getting invited to next level events. They're meeting people who are on another level. They're sharing ideas and they're networking with major people. That's another reason, guys, why successful stylists seem to just keep right on winning. They just seem like they keep winning. The next thing is they have a great support system. If you talk to stylists who are just handling their business, they'll tell you that they have a great support system, whether it's a mentor, a coach, friends, or family. Their support system is strong. And so one of our goals is to build a support system, because this is one of the things that happens. Life is going to flip on you, right? Everything that you attempt to do may not work on the first time. If y'all put a 1 in the comments if y'all know that's true. Everything that you attempt may not work for you on the first time, right? And if you're not careful, you can kind of sulk in that moment or feel like, you know, maybe that's not for me, or, you know, I just don't know if I'm good enough. But if you have the right support system, they're not even going to listen to any of that. They're going to tell you to go for it one more again. They're going to tell you to go for it one more again. So if you know, yes, hey, Mika, how are you? And so they have a great support system, guys. When you don't have, I'm not saying that people don't have a support system, but is it a great support system? Because if you have the wrong support system, if you try something and it doesn't quite go the way that you anticipated, the wrong people speaking in your ear would say, girl, I wouldn't do that again if I was you. You should just leave that alone. Right? That's probably not something that you should do, right? And so a great support system, and they will help. Absolutely, Simone, and they will help. Their main goal, a great support system. Now this doesn't mean that a great support system is going to tell you to keep doing something that they really don't think you are set up for, right? Hey, Shia, how are you? That's not what a great support system is. So I don't want you guys to get that mistaken, because sometimes we can be looking for cheerleaders instead of someone who's going to keep it 100 with us. So I'm not saying that a great support system is always going to tell you, yeah, girl, you're doing the right thing. That's not what I'm saying. But most successful stylists keep winning because they do have a great support system, whether it's friends, family, coaches, or mentors. Mentors and coaches have been invaluable in my life, and also my circle of friends. And for each new level that I went to, if the people who were in my life weren't willing to go, or if their conversation wasn't changing, sometimes we got to be our own cheerleader. Hey, did you guys watch the message from this morning? If you didn't get a chance to watch the broadcast from this morning, it was called How Bad Do You Want It? Whenever we're finished with this broadcast, go look at it. It's going to bless you. I listened to it again for myself, right? Because most of the time when God gives us a message, it's for the messenger first. And so I went back and listened to my own stuff. I don't know if you guys saw one time I put on Facebook, I said, I go back and read my own post and bless my own self, right? So yes, sometimes you do have to be your own cheerleader, but it doesn't take away from the fact that a great support system is amazing on your journey. So successful stylists continue to win because they have a great support system. If you don't have one, get you one. If you don't have one, get you one. The next reason, they have a mutual respect for others who are winning, right? That's right, Mika. Successful stylists keep winning because they have a mutual respect for others who are winning. They're not upset because somebody else is shining in the moment. You know, they're actually sincerely happy for them because at the end of the day, they understand that they're going to win too. You guys don't hear me. Successful stylists continue to win because they have a mutual, they're happy for other people who win because that doesn't determine whether or not they're going to win, right? So they have a sincere desire and joy about seeing other people win. And that attitude is contagious. That attitude is contagious. People want to be around you. People want to invite you to events. People want to connect with you, right? Because they know that you're sincerely happy for their success. And I believe that together, everyone achieves more. Y'all see that right there? Yeah, together, everyone achieves more. And so the next reason, they maintain high expectations for themselves. This is why successful hairstylists keep right on winning, because they maintain high expectations for themselves, because winners hang out with winners. Hey, that's coming up next, Simone. Winners hang out with winners. It's an attraction, guys. It's just an attraction. And then this is another thing. When you know what it takes to win and you see someone else doing it, you know that they have really put in some work, right? And so you have a mutual respect for that. You like, I know it may look easy, but I'm a grinder too. I know what it takes to win, and they are handling their business. I can't take nothing away from them. They are handling their business. And so they have a mutual respect because they too know what is really required to win. It may look easy, right, to everyone else, but a winner knows what it really takes to win. And so they have a mutual respect for others who are winning. Their emotions play a big part in their resilience. And I think we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're on 8, so maybe I have 10. I think I have a bonus for you guys. Their emotions play a big part in their resilience. And what I mean by that is, you guys, you got to know that how you feel makes a huge difference in whether or not you have the wherewithal to handle what's going to come with the journey, right? So your emotions are going to play a huge part in whether or not, whenever something happens, you're able to get back up and keep moving, right? It's going to play a huge part. And it's also going to play a huge part in how quickly you recuperate. It's going to make a huge difference in how quickly you recuperate. So successful hairstylists keep winning because, one, they're emotionally stable. That's basically what it is. They're emotionally stable, and it causes them to have a level of resilience that someone who is too emotional or their emotions aren't in check won't have, right? And so, and this is the one that Simone said before, because Simone gonna be the prophet of my broadcast, okay? So they attract other winners, and then they spend time talking about winning together. Successful hairstylists continue to keep winning because they attract other winners, and then they spend time talking about winning. That's what they spend time talking about, guys. And so the conversations that stylists who are winning, they're handling their business, it looks like they just flowing. Oftentimes when they're having stylists with having conversations with other stylists or other industry professionals or even people outside of the industry, right? Usually they're talking about winning. They're sharing ideas. They're thinking of ways to collaborate so they can win again. Those are their conversations. And so when your conversations are anything other than that, right? If they're about, what's not going right in the industry, it's so slow. When those are your conversations, it's difficult to come up with solutions to win. So successful stylists keep winning because they attract other winners. And most of the time, their conversation together is about their next win. How they going to win again? That's what their conversation normally is. And then last but not least, unlike most, successful stylists are open to hear about their mistakes. This is huge, guys. They're open to hear about their mistakes because what they really want to know is, how can I do it better? That's their main goal. They're not thinking necessarily about, this person is, trying to tell me what I did wrong or what I didn't right. They're open to talking about their mistakes, and they are probably the ones that are going to easily admit where they went wrong because they may be looking for, from that good circle of people they have, someone who's going to give them an honest opinion or an honest move on how to do it better. Because in their mind, right, regardless of whether or not they made a mistake, they already know they're going to win. They just know that was a little, that experiment didn't go too well. So they're open to hear about why it may not have worked or what they could have done different, because in their mind, they already know they're going to win. It's just a matter of time, right? It's just a matter of time before they actually win. So guys, 9 reasons successful stylists keep winning. They spend their time implementing what they learn. They have self-determination. They are connected and invited to great events that allow them access to new networks, relationships, and opportunities. Because what happens, every great move they make, someone else says, hey, it would be great if they come here. Let's invite her here. And then they're open. The room is open for them to gain new networking situations or relationships and opportunities. They're constantly invited to those things. So they just keep right on winning, right? These are some of the reasons. They have a great support system. Stylists who keep winning, they have a great support system, whether it's mentors, coaches, friends, or great family members who get it, right? Who get it. And not necessarily someone who's always cheering them on, but not someone who's raining on their parade either. You guys get that? They have mutual respect for other stylists who are winning. It's like, oh, she did such a great job. Because in their mind, that's not like they're not intimidated by that, right? And they know what it requires. They know what it takes to win. And so they really respect that person because they know that person was grinding for whatever it is that they are winning in or the opportunity that they just had. So one of the reasons hairstylists keep winning is because they have a mutual respect for other stylists who keep winning, right? It's a mutual respect. They maintain a positive mood. Remember, their emotions play a big part in their resilience. Hey, Tanya, how are you, dear? Tangela says, good evening, winners. Absolutely. Every single one of you guys are winners, right? You guys know that, right? You guys know that, right? And so it says they pretty much maintain a positive mood because they know that their emotions play a big part in their resilience. If their spirit is broken, for those of you who are believers, I know this isn't a believer scope, but for those of you who are believers, they said hope deferred makes the heart sick, right? And so these people know that having their emotions in good standing is going to build up their resistance, okay? And so the next thing, guys, successful hairstylists keep winning because they attract other winners and they have conversations with them about winning. That's what winners talk about. When they get in, have you guys heard of the winner's circle? You know what they're talking about? They're talking about their next win. They're collaborating on how to do it different. They're sharing ideas. They're sharing next moves, right? They attract winners, and then they get together and they talk about winning. They talk about their next win. That's why you find successful hairstylists keep winning. And the next thing is, unlike most, right? Winners are open to hearing about their mistakes. They're open to hearing about their mistakes because in their mind, they already know they're going to win, and the information is constructive information. If it's from someone you trust, it's constructive information. And even, guys, look, if the information about your mistake is not necessarily from someone you trust, it's still a great idea to do a really quick 3-second check, right? To see if that's something that you possibly do, because, well, this is a word that I don't use often, but sometimes your haters will give you answers to your next move, right? Because they're the ones that's just so boldly waiting to tell you what's wrong, but they actually may bless you. And so sometimes, just taking a self-check and say, hey, do I do that, right? And then realizing that you got to put that person in a certain position, but their information might not always be wrong. And yes, I do this often. Love it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So guys, that's my take. 9 reasons successful hairstylists keep right on winning. They keep right on winning. And you guys are all winners. You're amazing. I am, as I said before, I am trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to change my second broadcast on Wednesday to 9:15 p.m., which I think I am, because most of you are still kind of slaying heads. Being transparent with your mistakes is hard, but you never know who it will help. You never know who it will help, and you never know how it's going to free you as well. Because sometimes when we're transparent, hey, Sojourner, you're welcome. When we're transparent, we also hear answers that are going to help us. Shayana Sterling, thank you for sharing. You enjoyed it, Mika? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you guys are super, super amazing. Thanks for watching the broadcast. Thank you guys for sharing out. I appreciate your support and your love. I pray that you guys are blessed by the broadcast. It is my first desire, right? That you guys are blessed, that some of the information you can actually take and apply to your life and begin to either maintain your clientele, grow your clientele, profit in your business for real, and create the lifestyle you love. That's my assignment. That's my assignment. So I pray if you guys were touched in any manner by the broadcast, if it touched your life or your business in any way, you know how we do. If you followed me before, tap the screen for hearts to show love on the way out of the broadcast. Be sure, if you're on Periscope, those 3 little buttons, share it out with someone else who can use the message. You guys on Facebook can press the little share button on the left-hand side. Someone else needs to know why successful hairstylists keep right on winning. They keep right on winning. Thank you, Katrina. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Peace. Have a beautiful evening. Peace.